What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 30 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Arkhan the Black campaign. So as we saw last time, King Araru managed to take Tilaqua from Tilaqua, their capital gone, and they do still have plenty of territories, but at least we're making some headway, especially if we end up trading all of these territories to the last defenders so that we can have a nice strong ally to back us up and help us out against Kairos, who's going to be a major pain and has already begun to be a pain when he transferred Agrul Migdal. I guess that place is pretty cursed because, yeah, things keep happening to it. Anyway, in terms of what we gotta do this time, the first thing is Arkhan is going to head down to the Sun Tree Glades and take those for us. And looks like, let's see. Wait. I'm not gonna auto-resolve this. Let me see here. So this guy is not in range. Okay, good. Huntazak is in range, however, and Quetkar is down. Okay, so we have one small army in range. I think that means we're free to at least auto-resolve this one. Yeah, a little bit of damage, but probably not enough for us to be super concerned. Lovely. And then we'll trade this to Kraki for, well, not right now, but in a turn or so. 11 turns, at least a trade agreement, and more importantly, a lot more friendliness. Hopefully he goes after Quixotle himself, as he does have a fairly powerful army with all those Razordons and Salamanders and Dinos in general. We'd even be willing to help him out after we take this stuff over. Yes. Arkhan, you do not need to be in the stance, I think, but we will keep King Araru in the stance, just in case he gets attacked by Quetkar. Do we need to apply some points? Maybe we do. Well, let's see what we're looking at here. Fearless in Death, yada yada yada. You could go for the full armor plate. You do need a little bit more armor. Actually, you don't hit that hard either, Blade Master. Alright, and you, Hatmus. Now, generally speaking, I think that Guardian Gargantua is the best one because it increases 3 types of units, but we're about to start building Scorpions, so perhaps we'll go for the Scorpion Sting in this army as well. Now let's go for the Scorpion Sting. Alrighty. And you do have this stuff available, so missile resistances. And if we go through this, we could get Lab, which will give us an 8% increase to research rate, which will be quite nice. Oh, wait a second here. We also have Disciple of Walatp available as well right now, although it's actually not that much, and Disciple of Sokth will give you damage resistance, which you may need, plus further buffs to all Scorpions. Man, I don't know. Post-battle loot faction-wide, I don't really care about the other stuff all that much, versus buffs for Tomb Scorpions faction-wide, and Scorpion armor. Not sure yet. We'll figure it out as we go, maybe. But for now, get the Scorpion Sting, please. Makes sense to me. Alrighty, now, you stay where you are, my friend. We will not bother building anything. Actually, you know what? Build something cheap. Let's go for, I don't know, the growth building, because it increases, and it increases replenishment. Now, this place, I'm still on the fence as to whether we keep or destroy. Oh, look, there's an oasis there. And it increases our growth as well as a bunch of other stuff. The thing that concerns me about this is Deadhead Monoliths. As soon as we take it, enemies are going to start sailing over here and annoying us. I'll think about it. Maybe we keep it, maybe we don't, but it's not the decision. That'll be up to future Ruinous to consider. Future Ruinous hates past Ruinous. Let's get you, King Jocked, forward right here. We're going to delete a couple skeleton spears. We're going to replace them with a couple of bats. And we're also going to colonize Stormhenge next turn, so you go here. And then a couple bats, mostly because we don't have Direwolf capacity. Alright, massive melee line, small everything else line, but, you know, it'll work, I'm sure. You, and I believe there was another one of these guys available, another Tomb Prince, that we can get up and running. Both of them will have Eternal then, so that's another 10 armor for all units in that army. Actually, with both of these guys giving another 10 armor, that could really help the Bright Shields. Maybe. Maybe it would be worth it to put them in this army, maybe even at their cost of a couple of Bright Shields. might still be worth our time to do it like that. Alright, well, either way, you two stay together. Maybe in that army, maybe in a Tomb Guard army? I'll think about it. And we'll have to decide later as well. Alrighty, well, lots of stuff for future runners to think about. You, King Sanakt, you can just stay here for now. I think you're in a good position. Enemies will probably continue attacking you. You can, however, channel where you're standing, at least for now. Don't bother trespassing or anything in these guys' territory, as I don't see the need right now. So that's Sanakt. Araru is good. King Rakash. You have to head out to Rafrafa, which you cannot reach in this stance, so you're going to have to go regular stance. And we'll head out there right now. We're going to have to fight this manually, unfortunately. But it is what it is. And, oh wow, actually there's a decent stag here, so yeah, I can see why we'd have to fight this manually. Oh, we can switch to Corrupted Dynasties. Well, that's just fine then. We will also apply our points here, or no, we will not. We're waiting to get this up and running. Plunderer of the East, although it's gonna happen in such a long time that perhaps it's not super necessary. Now you're probably gonna need Tomb Guard either way, so Sun-Scorched Bones is still probably gonna be the way to go, just to be interspersed with Crypt Horrors. Can't just have only Crypt Horrors as the main line. And then we'll start saving points when we reach level 10-ish, I guess. Yeah. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, yeah. So at level 10. So Sun-Scorched Bones it is. A little bit of extra power for these Tomb Guard, though it ain't that much. And then you are going to need a level as well. Might as well get the incantation. Ooh. Damn. There's a lot of good picks. We do need extra casualty or punishment rate pretty badly here. We're in enemy territory. And Justice of Osirian will give us the ability to summon a unit as well, though. You know what, we're still gonna go Justice of Osirian for the battle, just in case something gets badly damaged, but we'll go for replenished troops right after. We already do have Incantation of the Skullstorm. Ooh. Although, we might get more value out of a higher level of Incantation of Skullstorm. Increased effect area, especially against a blobby enemy like this. Yeah. Alright, fine. And the Skullstorm will be stuck in the enemy settlement because it has walls. Well, not walls, but, you know, minor settlement and all that. Now, before we proceed, do we want to delete this right now, or do we want to wait a turn? Maybe we wait a turn. It does give us the funerary district, so maybe we can hold off. Before we fight, though, let's see if there's anything else that we need to do. Ketakor is good. I think we moved all of our lords. So let's check Diplo, let's check summonings. Scavenger Tomb King isn't too bad, but it's trustworthy we're looking for. And then same with all of you. Master of Ceremony, no, we're still trying to find a better light wizard. And the rest of you I'm not super happy with. I guess we could get a temporary wise guy, but then we won't be able to mill, and we do want to mill right now. Alrighty, next up, buildings, because we have money. Pools of Despair, yes, definitely upgrade. Definitely upgrade. Then Mortuary House, I guess you're going to stay as you are for now, and then here we can build... I guess now we'll build next turn a Fated Pyramidion. Land of the Dead. Numas is getting an upgrade. You are going to go for Ushabti just because it has the best upgrade, or the best defensive capabilities. Coast of Araby. Phyrus, definitely. Ever since those annoying rats came down, we're going to need to heal you, and yeah, we still need the public order here. Man, we probably need to build a military structure here as well. And just to keep it defended. As unfortunate as it is, because this place might make a fairly decent non-military place. I guess it's gonna have to be Ushabti again, or we could do a an ancient burial mound. We do need more of these in various places. Let's do an ancient burial mound instead. Hopefully it'll be sufficient. Although the Ushabti are better, don't get me wrong. I'll think about it. We could always replace it later if we need to. Wait, also fire us out. It's not for us, that's for Bretonia. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. And we probably don't need to bother upgrading you. At least not at the current time, so we'll leave that alone. Alrighty, Coast of Araby I think is good for at least a while, so let's put it back to Worship of Asaph to try to get more public order. Carrick Zorn. Yes, so we will need public order and growth here. Or we could start building Fated Pyramid. Nah, we'll probably go for growth. Wait until everything's upgraded to tier 3, then start going for the Fated Pyramidians. Just get the cheap stuff for now. Adelan Mountains. We're ignoring all this currently, though that'll change eventually. Tulakwa, same thing for you. And Dantok, I guess we want growth here. Devil's Backbone, Karagarud. Yes, let's upgrade Karagarud. And lastly, Southern Badlands. Galbaraz does not need anything, so we can skip it. Lovely. And then, well, let's see if this guy attacks us, but only after we attack somebody else. Also, we have a right that's available. Ah, the Great Incantation of Ptra. The unique necrotech that makes ruins at level 3. Is there anything that we really want to make it level 3? Miragliano we'd probably trade away. When we betray these guys, Castlebar is going to be a tier 4. You know, I'm not sure that there's anything here right now. I guess we could send up to Gronti Mingle. Yeah, let's do that. Up to Gronti Mingle. Why not? I feel like we gotta use the guy. And then, yeah, you're going north, all the way north. Gronti Mingle's far away. And at the very least, that way we won't have to pay for colonization, which costs us about 2,000 gold right now, so in reality, that thing cost us 1,000, so it's fairly worth it. Alrighty, now it's time to attack. You, King Rakash, to Riffraff we go. Now let's get rid of these Riffraff. Alrighty, here we go. We have arrived at TILEAN, and let's see how welcoming the enemy faction is going to be. Obviously, this is very much out of the way of our own territory, and considering the fact that where our borders are still very much in trouble, this is kind of risky, but we do have a bunch of objectives here, namely taking TILEA and transferring it to our allies, the Sartosans, and then of course the book at Skaven Blight.
Now we strike! Forward, man!
Alrighty, our army is slowly moving forward, but our quicker moving units, our Tomb King and our White King, are just going to rush forward to prevent the enemy crossbow from firing as they go. That said, as you can probably tell, this is not our entire army, and we've split our forces quite a decent amount. Our doggos and 2 units of our crypt ghouls are going to move around this way to try to hit enemy range units or other units in the sides, depending on how the enemy reacts to our main force, whereas our faster moving units, our ghoul or our stalking faster moving units, I should say, 2 units of Karen Wraiths, 2 units of Crypt Ghouls, and both of our black coaches are actually going to go all the way around the enemy and hit him in the back as well. Also, our Karenate has done a good job and knocked out that tier 3 cannon tower, which will no longer threaten our Tomb Guard here or anything else. Lovely, and we've got a Skullstorm coming in, although it looks like it's going in the worst possible direction, moving away from the enemy and staying kind of away from them. Oh well. Yeah, that I'm a lot more used to that happening with the vortex spells in general, so it's hardly surprising at this point. Alright, well, at least our Karenades seem to have a decent amount of work for them here. They've got 45 kills already and 5.6k damage. Very nice. Considering I've been somewhat disappointed with the performance of the Karenades before, I am glad that they're getting at least some playtime. And the White King unfortunately did get trapped by the enemy knights. He tried to escape but obviously can't break through the mass there, and that is because he was going after archers but will no longer be capable of doing so. On the bright side though, we got Crypt Ghouls and Direwolves moving in who will catch these crossbows and then bail the White King out. It did also look like this enemy unit of Empire Knights was trying to charge down this line line here, or this, I don't know, thoroughfare here, to try to get to our carronades, but fortunately our fast-moving Tomb King did countercharge them, and then the Crypt Cores were brought in to help out as well. Back here, our black coaches have arrived and have stopped the enemy mortars from firing, and will be switching targets to swords and halberds and whatever else they can catch shortly, especially once our cairn wraiths and ghouls move in to help. Alrighty, well done to the Crypt Cores. Definitely love the unit. We gotta build more. We just gotta make sure we actually get some room to build the buildings that gives us capacity to build them. You gotta love the animation where they pick up a little tiny infantry unit and just smash them around. Trying to catch it here if I can. Alright, come on, somebody do it, please. It's just like watching the Ushabti for the Kopesh pickup animation. There's another Skull Storm coming in, and this one I decided to use on the enemy blob. I usually try to avoid doing this sort of thing, but the enemy trapped the White King, and we kind of needed to try to get him out of there. The enemy units were already also pretty badly damaged by the Carronade, and the Skull Storm probably isn't going to do all that much to the Empire Knights. And granted, the White King is just a summoned unit, so we don't care that much about it, but nonetheless, it does provide buffs for the army via the flow of battle speed buff, and I'd really prefer to keep that if possible. Anyway, looks like the Empire Knights are trying to get away from our Tomb King and our Crypt Cores now, but will continue taking damage from the Carronades, though it's very dangerous for the Crypt Cores like that. Could have broken off one of its back spines. And let's see, up here, it looks like our Cairn Wraiths and Ghouls are starting to overwhelm the enemy. The Cairn Wraiths have caught the enemy handgunners here, but the Pistoliers did go around and start destroying one of our black coaches. In fact, both of our black coaches are pretty badly beat up. Yeah, sudden Pistoliers are sudden. Summoned by that patrol watch thing that the enemy garrison building allows, and certainly not something I accounted for when sending the black coaches here without mage support to heal them. Nonetheless, they are very, very quick moving units, and hopefully we can just move them away from this. It looks like this one's no longer crumbling, and that one isn't crumbling in the first place. We'll leave the Pistoliers to hit our Ghouls, and hopefully, better yet, our Cairn Wraiths, who won't be all that afraid of them. Alright, otherwise the balance of power is about 85, I should say, percent in our favor. Our Dire Doggos have managed to catch another unit of crossbows and are actually going to move around and catch the Pistoliers instead for daring to annoy our black coaches. And hopefully we can engage them and prevent them from doing anything else. The Pistoliers, after all, are extremely fragile, and the Dire Doggos should, even at some cost of HP, be able to destroy them without too much trouble. Though there is another unit of Pistoliers here as well. Otherwise, the main enemy defenders are slowly starting to get overwhelmed, including their Lord unit, which is a swordsman unit, which I imagine will collapse under concentrated Crypt Core attacks shortly. And when it does, I do imagine that'll be enough of a morale shock for the enemy army to rout for good. Speaking of, I hear horns. Are those the horns of retreat? The balance of power is about 90% in our favor. Our White King is now free of encumbrance, and it looks like most of the enemy units have routed. 100 kills and 12k damage on our Carronades. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. They had a fairly decent firing line down this way, didn't they? Nice battlefield for the Carronades, or a nice minor settlement siege for the Carronades, I should say. And definitely nicer than most, as often it's much more difficult to make good use of cannon in these minor settlements. Anyway, it looks like the last of the enemy units will book it, and the victory is ours. We've shown the TILEANs that we're here to play, and will hopefully be able to threaten their main settlement, and then Skavenblight right afterwards as well. Alrighty, nice little fight. All the little handgunners and the two summoned Pistoliers that were secretly here due to the patrol ability of the enemy army certainly did very heavy damage to our black coaches and a little bit to our ghouls as well. We are obviously going to occupy it, yes. Alrighty, King Rakash, you are good. Yes, 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 yes. So what do we have here remaining? Well, the enemy is building a new army, but we should be able to attack them again next turn, as long as Belagar doesn't suddenly attack us. We're gonna go back into regular stance with you, and I guess we'll try to hit Miragliano. If we can siege it, that would be swell, and then use it as a base for annoying Skaven Blight, though once again we probably want another army to move towards this place, which is going to be you, King Jocht. Alrighty. Now, I believe we did everything before the battle that needed to be done, so we're ready to end the turn. I don't think I forgot any buildings, or at least I hope I didn't, because I'm not going to check again. Lord not moved. What Lord not moved? Oh, that's just Sanacht, right? Yeah, okay, you don't need to move, Sanacht, you're fine as you are. Skill upgrades, buildings here not moved, outpost available. I'm sure there are, but unfortunately our allies are kind of failing. I'm a little bit tempted, you know what, let's upgrade the Awakenings outpost. This one I actually would like to survive. I mean, granted I'd like all of our allies to survive, but I don't see it being very likely in several cases. Especially Kemler. I really hope that Vlad survives. I was originally planning to send an army up here, like a reasonably decent stack, and oh wow, you actually failed to take Castle Tempehop. Vladdy, what are you doing, man? Draika's down here. Oh, if she declares war on him, that's going to get ugly. It's going to get very ugly. Especially since the defenses aren't really up to par. We probably will want to declare war on Zufbar just so that Vlad declares war on Zufbar, but I wanted him to consolidate at Tempelhof first. Alright, well, we'll see. Alrighty, let's end the turn for now. And, oh man, we're at nearly 1,300 Canopic Jars. At 1,600 we unlock another Legion. Really, really need it. And we should also take a quick look at diplomacy and stuff, and maybe there's more peace treaties and whatnot that we could do. 4 more cash, because we do need 20,000 gold in addition to the 1,600 Canopic Jars for that extra Legion. It ain't cheap. Alrighty, looks like these guys, Settlement Besieged, Sentry Glade, Central Jungles, yes. Looks like these guys are going to be annoying us here. Alright, so here's what we'll do. We'll move you here in ambush, close to these guys, and I guess we have to issue them a warning. Annoying as it may be. If they fail to leave in 2 rounds, you can declare war on them without having to suffer treachery penalties for breaking non-aggression. We wouldn't be breaking non-aggression, we'd be breaking a peace out. Alright? Yeah, 7 turns. I assume that that applies to 2, or at least I hope it does. It'd be really irritating if it doesn't. Well, let's do it anyway. Trespass warning issued. Please get the heck out of here. Oh, I hate these frickin' beastmen. Teclis, what are you doing? Where are you going? Why are you traveling through our territory like this? Also, hello. Huntazak has decided to siege Arkhan to prevent us from healing up. Somewhat smart move, but he's going to get destroyed for his trouble, so... yeah, hence the somewhat. Not entirely sure. Also, at the Statues of the Gods, we have a full stack plus this, but it is primarily skink-based. So we do have a decent shot of destroying it with King Araru, but I think we'll save that for next episode, if we choose to strike there. What else can we do this time around? King Hakos, you have not landed at the Sorcerer's Islands. Interesting. But you probably will either way. We're gonna move King Oyas there. Like so, and while he's in there, he can keep recruiting. Probably better off doing something that isn't going to take 2 turns, so let's go for... I guess piles of bats? Like so. Not that we need the bats, mind you, it's just that they will be able to destroy enemy archers here, and enemy Screaming Skull catapults, so why not? Let's see if the enemy actually goes for all this. Alrighty, now... aha! Who do we have here? Another one. Oh, this faction is so annoying. They're literally building armies all the way back here, and sending them across Illustria, ignoring the Skaven they're at war with, ignoring... Who else are they at war with? Oh, they're not at war with the Skaven anymore. Oh, damn. Alright, whoa. Pestilence. We need to talk to Pestilence. Maybe we can get them to fight. Now, how do the lizards feel about them? The Southern Sentinels don't like them. The Spinous Sotek dwarves don't like them either. Alright, maybe. Maybe we could do this. Where are Skaven? Oh, okay. Pestilence. Initiate diplomacy. Join war against... Not Exiles of Nahek. Deserters of Katep. Minus 48. Okay, let's try some of the lizards. Or the dwarfs. Anybody. I am so sick of this faction. Let's go for... Oh, it's all the way at the top again. Deserters of Katep. Minus 153. Okay, I get the feeling that they don't want to do that. What about you? Minus 30. Well, it's better, but it ain't great. What about Cultist Sotek? This is the last one I'm gonna try. 47. Yeah, looks like that. Oh, that's not gonna fly, which ain't great. Cause so they're just going to keep annoying us. Okay. And, oh. Are they going to our newly built territories, which are relatively sparsely defended? Sudenburg is fine, but the Plain of Tusker is not so much. We'd have to move King Oraru back, depending on where this guy goes. And man, they can go far across in the sea. Yeah, really, we really are going to need that extra army. Man, I was gonna send King Jocht up here to help with Skaven Blight, but now I'm not so sure. Well, either way, you're going to colonize for now. Colonize. Alrighty, and we are going to upgrade you. We are not going to upgrade you. We're going to wait until Galbaraz maxes itself out. And I was going to send these guys here, but maybe they should join the new Legion instead when it comes up. It may be necessary. Also, let's check our... Ah, yes. Wait, Tomb Princes can be trustworthy? Oh. Another Scorpion Carver. Swell. Man, we're gonna have to get rid of one of these Eternals. Eternal is good, but it's no trustworthy. Plus, trustworthy gives physical resistance plus 5% as well. Yes, definitely trustworthy Tomb Prince. Very nice. We ain't getting rid of that one. Alright, so now we have a plus 30 relationship with everybody. Man, in the late game, once we have a ton of these guys, we can get like 100 extra relationship with every single faction. Wouldn't that just be fantastic? Araru and Arkhan, you're gonna save your battles because they are looking like they're gonna be good battles. Looks like this guy actually moved out and is wanting to attack us directly. And that's quite interesting. Also, you land here and scout those ruins. Nothing there, eh? Nothing at Tobaro. I wonder... Ikit Claw is at Nuka, or Nuja. Wonder if King Rakash could take Skavenblight. Well, he is in range of Miragliano. Well, that'll be another thing to do next time. I guess, yeah, all the things left are probably big battles, so let's just complete the admin, and then we need to complete so that we can set up for next episode. Cracked Land, Pools of Despair, most definitely. Now, you're kind of in the middle of our territory. Do we need to build a wall for you? I feel like we can go without, so what we're going to do is we're going to go for Fated Pyramidion here, and we're going to go for Stonecraft. And we'll build another treasure tomb instead of this mortuary house after we're done with that one. And our Scorpion Nest is up and running. We just need that extra Legion unlocked soon, hopefully, to make good use of it. Both of you are reducing construction costs, yes, and both of your public orders are great because we have these pyramids which give us a crazy amount of public order. Too bad we don't have a pyramid in every territory, but they're a pain to defend. You have the Worship of Xar still, so I think we have to keep that because of the enemies nearby. You are about to be needing an upgrade, so back to construction cost reduction here. Alright, Southern World's Edge Mountains, not doing anything with any of this, at least not at the current time. Public order, not great, but we'll need to reduce construction cost in the turn anyway, so whatever. Just leave it as it is. Alright, this is good. Ooh, that might mean we may be able to get more trades up and running, which would be swell. Man, I'd really like for these guys to give Agrul Migdal back, but it might actually rebel. Either way, we have no choice but to get walls here at Gorgazan, because there's no way it can defend itself. I think we can hold off on the Ancient Burial Mound, though. Alright. TILEAN, you are going to be ignored for now. Shifting the Sands, same to you. Western Jungles, Talagwa, ignored for now. And the rest looks good. Diplomacy. Let's see what we're looking at. Nothing great here. Talzin and Arguelon getting a little bit closer. Ooh, Western Provinces, trade agreement. Definitely yes. And military access. Definitely yes as well. Lovely. Now we're moving to plus 47. Looking like it's getting closer to a military agreement. Ah, fire rain rockets are going to be so big for us. And we can also do trade agreements with Eastern River Lords. I wonder how how the other Cathans feel about them, though. Let's see, you don't hate them, and we can't see the Western Provinces, which would be great. Nobody hates the Imperial Wardens, though. You know, let's do Imperial Wardens instead. Plus, they have 3 territories, so it's unlikely that they'll ever die.
Agreed.
What's more likely is that they'll eventually get confederated by the northern provinces, but it's an eventually thing. And we could still do Eastern River Lords. I like to bet Nakai hates them, but, you know, a little while of a trade agreement.
Agreed.
Alright, looks good to me. Now, anything else interesting here? Thunderguts, etc., etc. Bleakhold's not interested. Oh, Northern Provinces willing to go for defensive. Yes, please. Yes. Immediately this, and immediately Outpost, and immediately start generating all the allegiance we can. And gotta get those fire rain rockets. Yeah, poor Barrow Legion are done for. Peace with Talakor and Ancestral Throng, and neither of those help us. Alrighty, so where can we build an outpost? There's already something at Nangao. Pome. Already something at Pome. Oh, damn, they have outposted both of the good places. I guess Wangchang is going to be the place to be, because it has a decent pile of defenses due to the garrison building. This, however, has 3 military buildings, which is also giving it a fairly decent garrison as well. But yeah, I guess this place, man, looks like Grimgor is doing pretty well as well. Strength rank 8, settlements 14. And it's gonna be a long time till we get up there to help these guys. Hopefully they don't die. Nanli also has defenders, and are they stronger than here? It actually does look like they are. They have an extra military building, I guess. And a little bit of an army here. Is this guy actually moving towards it? Well, we're gonna still try Nanli. And just hope that this works out for us. Alrighty. What does this mean? Wait, is this to the amount of money? Oh, it's the amount of money we currently have. I didn't even realize that it had displayed it before. Neat. And I guess somewhat helpful in some certain situations. Anyway, we have no quests and I don't believe anything else to do, so I am going to call the episode here. Next time, Statues of the Gods, Sentry Glades, or possibly the fight close to Miragliano, but maybe not directly at Miragliano, depending on how much damage we take attacking Girordi Moscone here. Either way, should be some fun stuff, and we are approaching Skaven Blight and that delicious Book 8, which gives us a plus 50% increase to all of our commandments. One of the better books. Same thing for the 5th Book of Nagash, which gives us an extra army capacity at Karak 8 Peaks, and once Arkhan is done, or once somebody else is free, we're going to send a specialist army up here to ignore everything and directly try to take 8 Peaks. Anyway, more Tomb Kings to come, so stay tuned. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.